Hello, Aquariuses. Thank you for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. I'm going to be doing a reading for the full moon. Thank you for anyone else watching. We're going to take a look at full moon January. What is it illuminating for you? Where can you show gratitude? What's energizing you? And what it can help you release at this time. Right, Aquarius, start your reading. Before, when I was, I cleanse with some Palo Santo in between all the readings I do, and while I was doing that, kind of clearing my head, I got, visualization doesn't really happen for me all that much. It's not like I see it in my head, it's more like I feel it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, the message that came through, I feel like your star is expanding. It's like I saw, again, I didn't see, but it's like I felt a star in my head, and it was all the 5 points of the star were going outward. It's yeah, and Aquarius, your card is the star. That's why I felt. I was like, maybe something is growing inside of you. And your reading starts out with the Empress. So yeah, something feels like abundant. I don't know if it's abundance coming to you or if it's just something. It does. It feels like more, though. It feels like you're becoming, maybe it's you kind of becoming fuller and stepping into yourself a little bit more. Okay. Empress and Seven of Swords so far. For the Empress comes up under what is energizing you right now? What is feeding your soul? So for the past 2 weeks, you must have done some pretty great things, because the Empress is what's feeding your soul right now. It's like just being in this really nurturing energy, abundant energy, very connected, to universal energy as a whole. I love this Empress card because to me it almost just looks like she's draped in the universe. I just think it's very beautiful. And it's a nice symbolism of bringing the darker kind of part of the universe and then the light part into balance to achieve that abundant energy. So, and that's also where to show gratitude right now. So if you are, thank the universe for this abundance that you've been feeling. It's really nice. How to show your authentic self to the world. We have the Seven of Swords. There is information maybe that you've been holding back. And it's time to put the lessons of lies and deception that you have learned in the past. It's time to put those to work. This feels like a maturing energy, especially the Queen of Swords, Judgment here, the Empress. There is maybe that's what I was feeling with the star, that expansion that I was talking about. I think you're maturing. There's something, not that you were immature before, but there's a level, like a new level of maturity that you're coming to. Yeah, it's the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, kind of driving this energy. You are mastering something, Aquarius. You are... Yeah, so here, let's go back to the Seven of Swords under how to show your authentic self to the world. She is leaving situations that brought lies, deceit, deception, backstab, those kind of feelings. But she has all the swords with her. And I love that she's wearing a mask in this card here, because I get this feeling that she's sneaking away. She put on this mask so people couldn't really, wherever she was, could not tell that she was ready to make her escape. But she took all the lessons of deception and lies and people not telling the truth, people telling partial truths, right? The Seven of Swords is also lying through omission. This is how to show your authentic self to the world. Show the lessons that you've learned. You have learned a lot, Aquarius. You have a lot of wisdom to share. Queen of Swords, what to clear and release from your life. What to clear out of your life. Queen of Swords, I feel like this is saying what to clear out is a purely logical approach to something. The Queen of Swords is more emotionally removed so that she can approach a situation with logic and intellect. Her goal is peace, you know, for herself, a clear mind, so that, because clarity and that mental stability, feeling mentally in control, is important to the queen. She's a queen, so it is a little bit more passive. But I think maybe the message is to, we'll see when we clarify a bit more. Integrate perhaps your emotions, you know, with the Empress, that unified energy. We'll see though. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Oh, yeah, look at how Judgment. Your intuition is trying to tell you, if you don't know this already, Aquarius, that you have awakened. There is something that you have become aware of. This Judgment card in particular was described in the book as a spiritual awakening from which there is no return. And I love that description because I think a lot of what that means, it kind of in simple terms, is once it's something that once you've seen, you cannot unsee it. And even if it's a small thing, it has changed your perception just a little bit. But with Judgment, it's not a small thing. This is something very large. She is removing herself. She's ascending from a situation here, from Earth, right? From a desolation, a battlefield, if you will, with bones and what's been left to die. She's raising up. She's taking some of the roots with it. She's not forgetting where she came from, but she's elevating herself at the same time. I think you know this, Aquarius. This is supposed to be the area of what your intuition is trying to tell you, what's trying to come to the surface. Could feel like a rumbling of this. I think you have felt more than a rumbling of this. I think you know. What to reflect upon under the light of the moon? What is the moon illuminating for you? The Ten of Wands. See, when we clarify here, the Ten of Wands, this could be that it's illuminating that you've taken on too many burdens. But that's what to reflect upon. I feel you're going to be stepping into a certain power here, and I think that with the Ten of Wands under what you need to reflect, you've taken some, you've been down some hard roads. You have taken on burdens. You know what traveling, what starting from the beginning and completing it, you know what that looks like, and you know the amount of work it puts in, and you know the toll it can take on you. That's what this spread is saying to reflect upon, on what the moon is illuminating. I feel the message is so that you can decide what burdens you are going to take on in the future, so that you don't become run down, so that you can remain in this Empress energy as best you can, so that you can remain feeling connected, feeling complete, feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. The Empress. Where to show gratitude. What is feeding your soul right now? The Empress with the Ace of Wands. Wow. Some of you could be pregnant. Some of you could be pregnant. Or, if you're trying to get pregnant, this is a great... these are two very fertile cards to get. Ace of Wands and the Empress. Now, if there isn't a pregnancy deal involved, what's energizing or feeding your soul? It could be children, but it's creation. Birth. Giving birth to something. Giving birth to one of your own creations. Something from the heart. Something that you are so inspired by that you can't not look at it. Like the judgment. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. That's the feeling I'm getting here with the Empress and the Ace of Wands. Like there's something so... It's something that's just ignited inside of you. You can't... And it's like you can't not do something about it. It would be impossible to try and hold you back too at this point. Okay, how to show your authentic self to the world. The Seven of Swords clarified by the Hermit. So what's very cool about this card coming up here, the Hermit in the traditional Rider-Waite deck has the star, that is Aquarius's card, contained in its lantern. Now, I don't think this will focus here, but this Hermit, it's a candle and they are protecting the candle with their hands so that the flame doesn't go out, right? The Hermit holds the star precious inside of a lantern. And it found the star, right? Your card symbolizes a lot of things. All of them, can mean multiple things, but it's the hope, inspiration, expansion, healing, all of those beautiful things that your card symbolizes. The Hermit has found by deep soul searching, by finding it inside of themselves, and now they are holding it very precious because they know how special that hope and inspiration is. So how to show your authentic self to the world. All of these lies and deception, all these lessons that you've learned here with the Seven of Swords, all these hard lessons that you've learned from walking away from situations. These are deep lessons. You remember I said you're very wise? The Hermit, very, very wise right now. And very emotionally mature. There's an emotional maturity I'm seeing starting to come out here. Share your wisdom. That is your authentic self right now, is the lessons that you have learned and the time that you took to find the meaning in the lessons so that you don't repeat the same mistakes and you show that you're not repeating the same mistakes again. You learned from your past mistakes. Why can't others? Saying be an example. Queen of Swords, clarified by the Messenger of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles, for what to clear and release from your life. Okay. Swords and Pentacles, intellect and work. Concrete, material, what to clear from your life. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. He's moving slow because he is a little meticulous about how he's moving forward. I think what you need to release from your life, it's almost like not trusting that you can move quicker. The Queen of Swords, what needs to clear a release from your life? Maybe this is, that simply logical approach. The simply logical approach is what is keeping you from moving in a slower pace that the Messenger of Pentacles is implying here. The Knight or Messenger, same thing. He's merging the spiritual and the material. That's what's symbolized here with I don't know if you can see the symbol on his forehead, but it's alchemy. He is the Knight in this deck. This represents alchemy, trying to blend. Remember I said the Queen of Swords here, let your emotions come in a little bit more. Stop trying so hard is the message. What to clear and release from your life. I think you're trying very hard to find how your emotions and your logical side come together, and how is it going to come together in the material world with work, and stop trying so hard to figure it out. I think that's what needs to be cleared away. Let's see here. Judgment. Clarify judgment. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Judgment with the Eight of Swords. Very... Judgment and the Eight of Swords. I'm going to pull another one. This is because the Eight of Swords is being trapped in your mind. And Judgment is ascending. You can't really achieve the ascension here of Judgment if you're trapped in your head here. Your intuition is trying to tell you, maybe Aquarius, there's something... The Eight of Swords has to do with being honest with ourselves, realizing that you can get out of this situation. You're not trapped. What is holding the crow in place right here is a ribbon that I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if but it's not very tight on him. It's loose. If he were to move his wings a little more, try and expand, he would find that ribbon would come off of him. He could then see and find a way out of this encapsulation of swords. These are your thoughts. You're trapped in the thoughts there, but it's of your own making. So Aquarius, look at if there's any place in your life that you're feeling trapped, that you're feeling like you don't have any other option. I feel like what it's saying is take some time and be as honest. Be honest with yourself, not as honest as you can, because just be honest with yourself about the situation, about whatever is making you feel trapped, and that honesty might open some doors. I don't know. It's a strange card to get there because I don't feel like you're not being honest with yourself, though there is this overthinking, I think, when it comes to how am I going to do the emotions? Maybe that's what this Eight of Swords is you're feeling the rumblings of feeling trapped in something. Maybe just something to watch out for. Because I don't think you're feeling trapped right now. And I don't feel like you're trapped in your own dishonesty. That's not the impression I'm getting from this spread. The Ten of Wands... Under what to reflect upon under the light of this moon, what the moon is illuminating to really look at is reflection. This is usually the Hangman in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So 10 of Wands with the Hangman. The Hangman is generally, when it's a man and not a bat, not symbolized by a bat, it can represent that we've put ourselves in an uncomfortable situation. While it's physically uncomfortable, it's also inducing a meditative state. There's something with the Ten of Wands here about you putting yourself in uncomfortable positions and then it becoming far too burdensome. It's almost like you stayed too long, and so what you saw was going to be burdensome. It's like you saw it and then it happened. But because you're loyal and dedicated and you care, it's like you stayed the path and you saw it through. So take some time to, I think the spread is saying, it's illuminating for you that there are other ways to take on burdens that aren't going to make you feel that 10 of Wands like you've just gone through something really grueling, like a grueling adventure. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. So we have 7 of Pentacles under this one, 8 of Pentacles under this one. Very nice. I like when there's, it's like progress in numbers. Wow, yeah, and then an 8 is under here, a 9 is under here. So something is moving, it feels very the way it should. just trust that, you know, you can merge your emotions with your logic and with your work. I think just some trust and faith is needed so that you can put those worries to rest. And yeah, it's like really almost like reflect on reflection. Meditate on the way that you meditate. Maybe there are things, it's interesting, maybe the way that you used to seek peace and harmony and meditation has also become burdensome. Maybe it's just saying to look at that from a different perspective as well. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you for this full moon. I hope it resonated with you. If so, please like and subscribe. Talk to me in the comments. I would be overjoyed to hear from you. Otherwise, take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next moon reading. Bye-bye.